The next day, as he took in the desperate situation in the shelter, he decided to get a grip over himself. So, in that situation, he decided that he will move, he will not be moving further in that emotional traumatic situation. He will take a hold of himself, and he will try to do something to control that situation, to find out solutions to the various problems which all the people were been facing in that Red Cross shelter. So, he sensed that deadly grief means immense sadness, pain, settling upon 2,500 strong crowd in that shelter. So, you can imagine 2,500 people, the people who have taken refuge in that Red Cross shelter. Total 86 lives were being lost in the village, and all the 96 houses had been washed away. So, complete village was devastated, and around 86 people died during that cyclone. So, it was the fourth day at the shelter, and the complete shelter was but there was too few to go around such a tumult of people. Tumult word is being used here. See this word tumult. Tumult means an uproar of disorderly and huge crowd. That means a crowd which has been in a disordered, mismanaged situation, who everywhere they were being screaming, shouting, lots of noise was, so very noisy situation was there in the Red Cross shelter. Now, Prashant, all of 19 years, decided to step in as a leader of the village. So, this was his decision, and what he decided, that if no one else will come out to lead this situation, to have a control on this situation, then what he will do, that he will come out and he will lead. What he did, he organized a group of young boys and few men and elderly people also, and they pressurized the merchant of that village. There was a wholesaler merchant of the village, and they pressurized him for giving some supplies of rice. So, this was the first thing which they needed, was because nobody had they had not eaten anything from last 4 days. So, this was the first priority, that everybody should get at least one meal after so many long days, number of days. So, they succeeded. The complete delegation which went, the group of people, the representatives of the village, that is delegation, okay, they went to the merchant, and they triumphantly they came back victoriously. Triumphantly means victoriously, they were victorious, and the plan with which they went, they succeeded in that plan, and they were able to bring the supplies. They were able to bring rice, though the rice was a bit rotten because of that water, cyclone water. It must have damaged rice, but then too that rice was been a blessing for the complete red shelter in that situation. So, they collected branches and the trees, fallen leaves of those coconut trees, and they finally gathered all those. They tried to burn those trees and branches, and very reluctant means which is resistant, not able to actually burn properly. Okay, so there was a slow fire, and gradually and slowly the rice was being cooked on that slow fire. Why it was being slow? Because everything was being wet. There was no dry branches, so the wet branches were not burning properly. Okay. So, for the first time after 4 days, the survivors of that cyclone, they had their first meal, and they were able to fill their bellies. Bellies means stomach. So, they were able to fill their bellies after 4 days. His next task was to organize a team of youth volunteers to clean the shelter. From last 4 days they were been experiencing that flood water, dead bodies, carcasses of animals, everything was being flooded inside the shelter also. Okay, so the situation in that Red Cross shelter was very horrible, and it was a tremendous requirement at that time to clean that shelter. So Prashant took initiative. He gathered few youth volunteers, young boys and people and men, and they all started cleaning that shelter. And the situation was that it was filthy, very dirt, urine, vomit, floating carcasses, and after they had cleaned, they started giving medical facility to the injured people, tend to the wounds. So they started giving medical first aid treatment to the injured people, those who had fractured their limbs, arms and legs. So there were many injuries to many people who had survived. So they started giving medical facilities to these people. So on the next 5th day, what happened? The next thing which they took was that what happened on the next 5th day was a military helicopter, it flew over the Red Cross shelter and it dropped some food parcels. Though after dropping those food parcels, that helicopter did not return back, and the youth task force was been trying to in some manner that helicopter should come back and there should be some way to convey the message to the military helicopter that they need more food supplies. So for that, what they did was they gathered lot of boys, children, and these children, what they did was they lied on the sand. See, now the water has been gone away, the flood was been over, there was some dry area, and on that sand the children were being laid down and they kept the empty utensils on their stomach, and in this manner they were able to convey the message to the military helicopter. And from that time the military helicopter was on a routine basis it started dropping the food parcel to that Red Cross shelter. So now in this manner they were able to get regular food supplies from the military and with the help of that helicopter. Now the next thing which was been worrying Prashant was that a large number of children were orphaned. They were now their families were being their parents were lost, their mothers and fathers were not there, and they were being orphaned. Now the situation was that there was nobody to take care of those orphaned kids. So Prashant decided that he will have a different shelter. He made a polythene shelter for these orphan kids, and finally these kids were shifted to that polythene sheet tent house, and the women, the widowed women, they were being given responsibility to take care of these orphaned kids. So this was the next initiative which Prashant took, so that they can handle this situation and they can take care of the orphan kids. Now, as the week passed, Prashant was quick to recognize the women and children were sinking deeper. Sinking deeper means this word, sinking deeper. Sinking means they were going deep and deep into that emotional setback of grief and pain, the losses they have incurred, they have lost their people, they have lost their houses. So this pain and this sadness was overwhelming the people, the children and women in that shelter. So to overcome this situation, Prashant he persuaded, he motivated women to start working for an NGO who was offering the work. They were associating these women in that they will work and they will get food in place of to remunerate their work. Okay, so there was a food for work program which was started by the NGO. So lots of women, they joined this program and they started supporting their families. Also Prashant, he organized sports events for the children, for kids, so that they can start enjoying the sports, they can come out of that traumatic emotional setback. Okay. Now Prashant engaged with other volunteers in helping widows and children to pick up the broken pieces of their life. This is like they started coming out, finding out some work, trying to rebuild their house, they started rebuilding their village. Okay, so in this manner they started building up, they started coming back to the life. So the initial government plan was to set up an institution for orphans and another institution for widows, but the villagers and Prashant, they all resisted to this idea, and what they wanted, that such institution, what will happen, the orphanages and the shelter homes for widows, they will bring a stigma, they will bring careless arrangement for these kids, and this will not help the situation. So what they suggested was they suggested that the boys, the kids and the widows, they should merge and they should become a foster family. Okay, and in those foster families, the children will be taken care well by those widows. Okay. Now 6 months after the devastation of the super cyclone, this time Prashant's wounded spirit had healed. That has healed, and it just simply because he had no time to bother about his own pain. So gradually 6 months passed on, lots of things came into the previous situation, the people started settling down in the village, everybody's life was back on the track, and Prashant was taking care of whatever the solutions he could find for the problems of people. And while he was trying to help and trying to revive the lives of people, he himself was also healing his own soul, his own spirit. And his handsome youthful face is what the widows and orphan children of his village seek out most in their darkest hour of grief. So he was the most sorted out person. He was the person who was being called first whenever the widows, the children, the needy people, they need help and they wanted solutions to their problem. In their pain, in their moments of grief, they just tried to catch hold, to move to Prashant, and Prashant became a leader in that village who was taking care, and this was a transformed, he was a transformed person, and this made him to come out of that traumatic experience which he had because of that super cyclone. So this is how the story is all about, written by Harsh Mandar. Now hopefully you must have understood the various important aspects of this chapter. Whatever doubt comes in your mind, you can raise your doubts in that live session which we will be holding for this chapter. So students, I would suggest all of you to prepare the chapter, stay home and stay safe. Thank you.